Salutations, fellow investors. This is Mark, and this is the Stealthy Wealth channel. Got a quick video for you this time. Today there are a lot of very happy investors of Voyager Digital, which is a pretty popular stock amongst the circles that I travel on the interwebs. Just today the stock is up over 37%. I don't hold a lot of this stock, but I do hold a little bit. So, needless to say, I was pretty happy with the news that it grew by over 37% today. What holder of the stock wouldn't be happy? But this prompted me to think about a complaint that a lot of people have regarding the stock market. That the stock market is rigged. It is not a fair place. Some people get frustrated when they invest in the stock market and lose a bunch of money. They get pissed off. They stop trading, and they do that because they've come to the conclusion that it's just not a fair place, especially for small investors. And there's all kinds of people that stay on the sidelines completely and never invest in the stock market because they believe that the stock market is a rigged system and it's an unfair system. Well, you know what? Somebody like me, I can tell everybody I know, buy Voyager Digital stock, and that's not going to move it much more than about 1/1,000,000%. Somebody like this guy, Mark Cuban, if somebody like him steers a bunch of people towards the company and towards the stock, then you get something happening that looks like this. That looks like this. So, yeah, this is not an even playing field. This is not a fair place to be, but that's not a reason to stay on the sidelines. Focus on the things that you can control. Look into stocks, research them, find ones that are right for you, that seem like good buys to you, and buy them. And then once you have your money on the table, once you have your money in the market, to some extent, you're just along for the ride at that point. So just focus on the things you can control. I think it's very easy to look at those instances where you lose a bunch of money and you point to market manipulation and you say, see, that's why I can't make any money. I'm not going to play anymore. The stock market stinks. I'm out. Well, unfortunately, I think sometimes we ignore the instances where this happens to a stock we hold. Okay, this did not happen because all of the stock holders of Voyager Digital were just so darn smart and they could foresee this day coming. No, that is not the reason. Okay, the reason is because this guy made a decision to steer a bunch of people towards this company and towards this stock. I'm not complaining. Like I said, I am a holder of, a small amount of shares of this company, so I profited off of this, this circumstance that happened today. But if I'm being 100% honest with myself, and if all of the other investors of this stock are completely honest with themselves, does this seem very fair that one person can cause this to happen? No, it's really not fair. But it's gonna happen if you're doing your part to make the best decisions you can from a standpoint of researching your companies, making smart purchases. If you do those things and focus on doing the things that you have control over really, really well, this kind of stuff in the long run doesn't really matter. There's going to be plenty of instances where someone or some entity that has way more power and influence than they probably should, there's going to be days where they tank a stock that you own, and there's also going to be days where somebody or some entity with a lot more power and influence than they probably should have will take one of your stocks and make it soar. So just keep that in mind. Market manipulation is going to be there in a bunch of different forms. You don't have to let it discourage you from being an active participant in the market. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and comment below on what your thoughts are. I'm very interested to hear. All right, take care.